Only the day before, I was chatting with a friend, and this friend happens to be in Delhi, and we were actually getting into this entire argument all over again. We never tire of it, really. Is Mumbai better or is Delhi? We've had these debates with our friends, but now, this time around, Mumbai seems to be competing on something that is far more toxic. Today, Mumbai has recorded a reading of 315 on the Air Quality Index, AQI. It falls in the category of very, very poor, whereas the national capital has recorded a reading of 262, which means Mumbai is actually worse on AQI than the national capital. So my colleague Anurag Joshi has filed this special report on what's really wrong with Mumbai's air right now. Take a look at this. Mumbai or Delhi? Which is the better city? It's an endless debate, but now the two metros have found common ground. In the air. That's right, Mumbai is now competing with Delhi in deteriorating air quality. India's financial hub has reported the worst air quality among the country's major cities this month. The city has not seen such pollution at least in the last 5 winters. Environmentalists blame the situation on urban infrastructure construction, also vehicular congestion and lower wind speeds during a calm winter. Mumbai recorded a reading of 315 on the Air Quality Index, a very poor category for the metric, according to the reading from System of Air Quality and Weather Forecasting and Research, the government's think tank to measure air quality. Delhi reported a print of 262, again a poor categorization. Pune was close to 200, which is also poor, and Ahmedabad at over 100, which is a moderate air quality classification. Over the years, Delhi has had a reputation of being one of the most polluted cities globally, rivaled during the winter only by Beijing. A key reason for this has been the practice of post-harvest burning crop stubble in the states of Punjab and Haryana. An increase in the intensity of smog over the nation's capital reduces visibility, impacting both vehicular and aviation traffic. Mumbai is a different case. The city has seen a flurry of key projects in transportation to clear bottlenecks that increase congestion and crowding, especially in the peak hours. We have the expansion of the Mumbai Metro, the coastal roadway, and a new international airport in Navi Mumbai also getting built. Winter is usually a time when wind speeds are calmer than the rest of the seasons. Mumbai has also had a vehicular gas emission problem for years. This has led to a slower dispersal of dust amid slowing wind pace in this season.
An efficient infrastructure for Mumbai is like the Hobson's choice for the maximum city. While a robust metro rail and the coastal highway system will cut dependence on cars and reduce pollution, however, the construction activity would continue unabated in the next few years. The worsening air quality raises the risk of respiratory problems for the population, and gas emission is only expected to surge given more traffic on the roads in the post-pandemic era. Delhi once tried the odd-even formula to lower pollution. It remains to be seen whether Mumbai will adopt a similar model. Anurag Joshi, ET Now.
Let's get perspective on this from Dr. Prashant. He's a consultant for chest medicine at Nanavati Max Hospital. Also joining us is P Sharma, the president at Skymet, and Dr. B.S. Murthy is project director at SAFAR Mumbai. Dr. Murthy, asking you first, why are we seeing such poor air quality in Mumbai? Never was it so bad, was it?
Usually in winter, what happens because of stable conditions, whatever, though the emissions are approximately the same, because of weather conditions, they get accumulated and then dispersion will be less. So Mumbai, usually in winter, we feel moderate or poor air quality. For last 2 weeks, you see that moderate and poor, whereas for last 2 days, it has crossed poor and it has become very poor, which is a very rare occasion. And one of the things could be due to the Bay of Bengal cyclone, due to which the flow from Bay of Bengal is bringing a lot of moisture to Bombay. And then because of more moisture, aerosol particles absorb water vapor and becomes big in size. And then radiation is cut off throughout the day. That lead to the decrease in the mixing layer height. This is the volume through which air pollution gets mixed and then gets diluted near to the surface. Because of these multiple factors, for last 2 days, Bombay is witnessing a
Yes.
very poor air
So,
quality.
Mr. Sharma, do come in on this. Do you think this is a temporary phenomenon, or is this something we have to brace ourselves for?
No, surely it's a temporary phenomenon, but
Okay.
then definitely the levels to which it has risen, it has obviously raised a lot of concern, health concern, because it's very, very unusual for the financial capital to have such levels reaching almost 350. And as you brought out, it was worse than even Delhi. Okay, but then I feel that it is not going to last very long. The conditions at the moment, yes, definitely they are adverse in terms of wind speed, in terms of the temperatures, which have caused a thick layer of this pollution close to the ground. And since there is not much of heat, there is not much of winds as such, so it is not going to disperse it. They are not going to break that layer of frictional layer, which can ease out. Okay. The reason for this particular thing is, as we said, largely it is a wind pattern along with the temperature. The winds, Mumbai has got a proximity to the cold temperatures of Rajasthan as well as of West Madhya Pradesh. They have a wind flow which is affecting this, that is largely originates over parts of North India. The
Right.
same thing travels. Okay.
Right.
And
But
what I
I'm
see.
getting some reassurance from you, Mr. Sharma, as far as the fact that you pointed out that this would be a temporary phenomenon. Dr. Prashant, should one be concerned when it comes to one's health and, pulmonary diseases and people who are already facing certain morbidities? How much care and what kind of care do you see them take to be able to tackle this period of time?
Yeah, thank you. So for the first thing, the first question you asked, should people be concerned? Of course, people should be concerned because what the individual faces on exposure to high levels of such pollution are immediate effects, and the immediate effects are, throat irritation, burning eyes, cough, cold, and this causes a lot of nuisance and to the day-to-day functioning of the individual. We are already started to see increased cough and cold and these throat sores, etc., difficulty in swallowing in patients since the last 2 weeks, actually now. So these are immediate concerns. Now, when we talk about the long-term concerns, on a regular exposure to these type of pollutants, these pollutants eventually enter the lung, into the bloodstream, the particulate matter, the noxious materials, the various, the nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, all these gases. Eventually, these are linked to diseases such as a cardiovascular problems, stroke, blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, and also chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So I think we have to look at it through two perspectives: immediate effects and the long-term effects. And particularly, as you mentioned, in people who already have morbidities, it becomes a big challenge. In individuals who don't have morbidities, they get a cough and cold, a viral infection, and these individuals who have a viral infection who should recover in 3 to 5 days will typically have prolonged symptoms, and that's because the pollution makes the airways more irritable and more susceptible to secondary bacterial infections, and
Yes.
they are more sensitive.
You have pointed out and hit the nail on the head because I'm just coming out of a viral infection myself, and it has taken a while for me to get my voice back because it did affect my throat quite a lot. And I'm seeing this across the board. So many people, friends, relatives, all getting affected by it. We only hope that this is a temporary phenomenon. It doesn't last too long. And with the passing of winter, perhaps things are going to look up. But thank you, gentlemen, for joining us and giving us perspective on this latest problem as far as AQI is concerned, and those high levels of AQI that is posing a problem for the city of Mumbai. With that, it's going to be a